Power to the people, I'm back for a reason. If you clicked on this video, I meet you with greetings. Another episode of Paul My Back Podcast. It's me, your host, Sebastian West. Follow me on Instagram at _Sebastian West, where you can check out my artwork in all its splendor and snippets of the Paul My Back Podcast. So yes, follow me on Instagram at _Sebastian West. Now, I watched The Harder They Fall. I'm going to get to that later, but now we're going to talk about The Green Butchers starring Mads Mikkelsen. I don't know how I missed this one. It was a recommendation. Think about it, man. He recommended this movie. It's a comedy / drama. It's a dark comedy. Very dark, by the way. Another Danish movie. Salute to the Danes. A lot of dope films, a lot of recommendations from Danish people, man. I salute y'all. Y'all have definitely opened my eyes to some wonderful films out there regarding the Danish. Seriously, so salute to you guys. Now, The Green Butcher starred Mads Mikkelsen. I can't pronounce the other gentleman's name, so yeah. The Green Butchers follows two gentlemen who were butchers working in a butcher shop. They got tired of working for somebody else, so they opened up their own butcher shop, right? Mads Mikkelsen character decided to say, hey, look, let's open our own butcher shop. We're good. We can do this on our own. Pow! Opens his own butcher shop. Listen, not a lot of customers. It's a rough road in the beginning. They had an electrical problem. Electrician came over there. Somehow, some way, he gets caught in the freezer. Frozen to death. Mads Mikkelsen's character decides they were run out of chicken. So he decides, hey, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use, this is crazy, by the way, this is crazy. I'm going to use body parts to substitute for the chicken. Lo and behold, it takes off. The line is longer than a Jordan release drop at sneaker stores. Like, the line was crazy. People were lining up for this particular, he called them some sort of like wingdings paws or something like that. Some sort of name that they kept requesting. Like, they just kept requesting this particular dish or side or whatever. They kept requesting it. His friend finds out what he was doing. He's like, yo, what are you doing? Like, yo, you're feeding? Like, it's cannibalism. Like, yo, how are you, doing this? He's like, listen, the business is successful. Look at the line. I can't help that they wanted this. What do you want me to do? Like, this is what we asked for? Mads Mikkelsen character could not stop offing people. He could not stop. He was driven by the dollar. My man wasn't successful. Like, it was rough. He was living a rough life. His wife wasn't digging him and things of that nature. All of a sudden, he got a little dinero, copped another car. His wife, he was like, listen, I ain't worried about you. I'm the man now. Like, look at me. Just look at me now. Like, you guys didn't like me, but look at me now. Check me out. He cleaned up. He had this sort of disorder where he was sweaty. Pause. Like, he was. So they had this nickname for him. That was crazy too. So the business is taking off. His friend wanted him to stop. Mads Mikkelsen's like, okay, I'll stop. He said, I'll stop. I won't do this. We'll just use he had some seasonings or some sort of batter that he would use for this, when he's chopping up the bodies and slicing and dicing and putting them in the food. I think the insurance, somebody gets suspicious due to people going missing. Now, he would get people from different cities and chop them up, and I guess he didn't think that they would be important for him to be doing these things, right? Somebody gets start getting curious. Guy gets curious, alerts the police, they investigate, couldn't find anything. I think one of the guys, he even got in the mix and he almost got offed because Matt Mickelson was about to smoke him, but the guy walked in. His best friend walked in. His co-owner, basically, co-owner of the butcher shop. So he stops. He falls in love. The co-founder falls in love with the girl. He meets the girl, falls in love with her. Matt Mickelson gets a little envious of this relationship. Okay? He's a little envious of his relationship. Because I guess he wanted the same thing. Like, he wanted what, his co-owner found. So he wanted the same thing, right? In the end, before I do my rating, in the end, things worked out fine. He didn't get knocked. Nobody got arrested. He was a serial killer serving the food. He became successful, something that he wanted, but they walked away from it. The co-founder's twin brother. He had a twin. Now, okay, I'm sorry I missed that. But he had a twin brother. Twin brother was in a coma. He thought the twin brother was going to die. He kind of disowned the twin brother due to what he did in the past. Meaning he killed his parents, and the twin brother was affected. He had from the accident, car crash, if I'm not mistaken, something happened to his brain. So he was in a coma. He thought the twin brother was going to die. Twin brother lived. Twin brother got out, met the girl that he was interested in due to, them being twins. So she thought it was him. Find out some things about him. He showed up. He thought she was infatuated with the twin brother. The co-founder thought that she liked the twin brother. Furthest thing from the truth. They live happily ever after, those three, man. And that was it. That's the end of the film. That's the end of Green Butchers. It's a heck of a comedy, by the way. Dark comedy, but it is nevertheless a funny comedy. To me, at least. I have a dark sense of humor, quirky sense of humor, as some might say, but I found it very comical. So that is the Green Butchers. You guys go check it out. I will give the Green Butchers 7 out of 10. Comedy. It made me laugh. 7 out of 10. I know it's cannibalism, but it was done in a different fashion that I found comical. It's hilarious. If you don't like what I'm kicking, like when I'm spinning, just know we tuned to this. The cloth is different. Always remember, big shots number little shot that kept shooting. And if you don't like my reviews, cut me some slack. And if that ain't good enough, paw my back. Sebastian West, another episode of Paw My Back Podcast. In the meantime, hold it down. Salute.